don't start. It still doesn't look right without silk cut being on the side of that car, though.
Yeah, it does look a bit odd. I don't know what's so wrong for having it there.
I remember, I used to steal them. Yeah.
Right. There we go.
Right, so we are at round one. Race 1, round 1 of the McLaren F1 GT. We're still waiting for people to ready up. Race 1 is 12 laps with the obligatory mandatory pit stop.
Oh god, I'll try and keep track of that.
Why?
Because the Forza map lies to you, doesn't it? It says, oh no, they're still going on the pitch, and then suddenly they ping back.
Race 2 is 14 laps with the top 10 will be reversed. Currently 13 drivers. A few people couldn't make it tonight, and Xbox is being Xbox. And of course, we only know the results of quali, we don't have the times. It's not like the Porsche.
I think it's going to be a really interesting race, especially around Monza in these cars. Very slippery cars, a lot of long straights. You can see a lot of slipstreaming.
I think it will be. Yeah. Monza's got what? Six real turns?
Yeah, sort of. Oh, it's a good track, Monza. It's got a lot of history, but it's not exciting, really.
It will be tonight.
Oh yeah, it's exciting when you race on it, but when you're just lapping around, it isn't the world's greatest circuit. Spa is. Spa's always the best.
I'm looking for. We've got a 12-hour Silverstone race coming up soon. I'm looking forward to that.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good one.
Oh yeah, I need to tell you this actually. It's GT cars and touring cars.
Ooh, it's like the 24-hour series.
Yeah, we're doing a 12-hour version.
Ooh. We'll have to give that a watch. I've got a B&Q paint if you want it. Actually, no, I don't, because I nicked some vinyls.
No, I'm alright, mate, thank you. Oh dear me. As a Liverpool fan, I'm glad I'm missing the football tonight.
That's not even for you to watch it anymore. It's all done now, isn't it?
Yep. The first chicane at Monza just called the first chicane. I'm a fan of that level of laziness.
What's the second one called?
Rogia.
Oh.
Rogia. I'm not exactly your, most multilingual person from
True,
the East
yeah.
Midlands, and I forget my T's a lot.
I always forget my T's. That's just the rule of English. If you pronounce T's that are in the middle of the words, it's just wrong. At the start of a word is fine, but in the middle you do not pronounce T's.
Petrol.
Petrol. And like NWR
Yeah, but you're from the West Country, Joseph. So from your point of view, none of the words actually make sense, do they?
There you go. GER, cheater. See? You don't
GER.
pronounce it. Yeah. Don't pronounce T's in the middle of words. That's the rule. OER.
Oh yeah. Anonymous. It's supposed to be, but it's anonyms.
Anonyms. I only just noticed that. It's a very floral driver suit.
Wish I could speak Italian.
Why? You plan on going to Italy?
No, but Veriente del Rettifilo. I have just murdered that, but that's
Probably,
the name of the
yeah.
first chicane.
Oh. Well, I could
The
say
second one is
Parabolica.
Veriente della Roggia. And then you've got Lesmo 1 and 2, that I know. Scari and Parabolica. We know those ones.
Well, you don't know the big right hand that links the two chicanes?
The one that's not really a right-hander.
It's a right hand. That's a very big right hander.
What's that one?
I think it's Curva del Sol. Well, I think. Hang on.
No, Curva Biasano.
Curva Grande. No. Where's Curva del Sol then?
I thought Curva Grande too. We'll have this discussion, but I'm on the track guide now online, and apparently that's called Curvo Biasono.
Oh.
Curva Grande's not there. I think we made it up as being like... Oh no, if you look on this one, it is Curva Grande.
Yeah. Well, there's loads of different names for calls everywhere.
To be fair, we've been going for 8 minutes. We've managed to fill 8 minutes of crap, so I think we deserve a raise.
Curva del Sol's at Interlagos. It's after the Center S is right. I'm not going mental, that is the thing.
Curva Grande, then Rogina, then Rogia, then the two Lesmos. Curva del Serigilino. That really not... Oh, they're launching. I can stop waffling now.
Oh no, I had some track facts about Spa.
Come on, bring them.
The corner before Blanchimont and the long straight isn't actually Stablo 2, it's Curve Pool Frere. There you go.
Cool.
You've learnt something.
Do you know why Eau Rouge is Eau Rouge?
Because there's a stream that has red water running underneath it.
Yeah!
I've been Spa twice, mate. I've read all the pamphlets. Right, let's get into this race.
So, I want to jump a bit further back. I'm currently on Nick, NWR Nick, who is the illustrious leader of this crew. Oh, as Trigger tries a bold move.
Well, they're door robbing
Bold
there.
is the politest word I can find for it.
It's a good thing we don't have to pay for these cars. I like the fact they're virtual. Just ding them up as much as you want and they get fixed magically.
Oh, Garmite's currently on the grass in the wide. Anonymous is... I can only assume he's going to attack Nick.
He's got to have a go at it. He's got to try and get past him early, see if he can get Trigger slipstream and then maybe slingshot himself into podium positions. And he's got the speed.
Oh, Nick and Anonymous are stuck. Loyal's taken advantage of that. Anonymous is out on the inside again. It's not very often you've seen Nick race, have you?
I've never seen Nick race actually.
It's a bit messy for 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th.
Cut's
managed to get on the back of this. Watch the first half of a lap with Nick. Just so I know that he'll let me play in the team still. Going to jump on board with NWR Raven, who's just pulled into second place in front of
Oh,
Beard.
Nick's off the track at Ascari. Got a slight tap there from Cutton.
Obviously,
Oh,
I
I think
jumped on.
Cutton's
Nick's
gone off
now
as well.
in 13th, Cutton's in 14th. Throttle 12 for Pseudo. I'm going to go back up to third place. Beard lost a lot of time in Ascari. Ooh, Ravens decided to pit. Ravens only just joined NWR. For those of you who watched before, he used to be Killswitch. We watched him on Tuesday night, Joe, if you remember.
Oh yeah, I remember. That's an easy name to
He's
say.
now
Raven.
an NWR driver.
Very nice. All Beard's in the gravel. Nick's at the
Beard's
first
off
chicane.
again. That's the second time he's been off in a lap and a bit. As they go through Curva Grande, we now know it's actually officially called that.
Hey.
Loyal's picked up second place for all of this as he goes into the first chicane. We'll call it that because I don't know Italian.
You don't know English either, because that's the second
Loyal's.
one.
Oh yeah, isn't it? Bloody hell. Can't count, Joe.
That doesn't bode well.
Well, luckily I haven't got to count laps.
Good point, the game does that for you.
Cheetah has got a massive lead at the moment. Oh, Johnny, who is I say Johnny, Jono, is our Italian stallion himself. So for him to win at Monza just kind of feels right. He's the only Italian on track.
There we go, home crowd for him, he's going to be loving it.
Nick's all the way back into 9th. He's just catching up to the back of Throttle. Throttle's had a bad Ascari. Nick's in the slipstream, he's pulling the gap slowly but surely. As they head into the Parabolica. And Nick gets the move on the inside. Throttle doesn't really fight that too hard. I don't think he had the traction to be able to. He got the traction out of the corner though.
Right, now we see how powerful that slipstream really is.
No, it's maintaining a fairly consistent gap until they get under braking.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised about that. I thought there'd be a little bit more slipstreaming.
I don't know if Flame just had an error then. Oh, I saw dust kick up. Wow. Cheetah's got a 7-second lead now.
That's 2 seconds up on the last lap.
Beard's on the back of Loyal. If Beard could remain consistent even, he would have gained a lot of places. Because I say he's been off twice already, and he's only 8.5 seconds behind Cheetah.
I think what we're seeing is that the cars might be a bit difficult to control. I mean, it's not to be it's to be expected really. These are big V12, basically GT1 cars.
Yeah,
But Cheetah's mastering them as well.
There's Laurie in his Dulcelax laxative sponsored McLaren. Well done, Grandad. This is the only series. Ooh, Throttle gets a bit wobbly in front. This is the only series we've run where there's no livery requirements. It is literally do what you like.
Well, I've just seen the Dulcolax livery. That's beautiful. What comes after the livery probably isn't very beautiful, I have to admit.
Well, I wouldn't want to check the exhaust. As Jono is just taking one hell of a lead in this race. I've raced with John for a couple of years now, and this is reminding what he used to be like. As Beard is getting closer to the back of Loyal. Only separated by half a second now. Whereas Masudo is currently in a bit of free air for 4th. 5th is Nick, Throttle 6th, Laurie 7th, Raven in 8th. Followed by Garmy, Tykesy, Anonymous and Trigger. Viper's a few seconds behind with Cutton just behind him. So I'm assuming they've all pitted. I can only make the assumption that the first of the pitters is Raven.
take a look.
Watching interesting battle back for 13th and 14th with Cutton and Viper, even though Viper just got a much better drive coming out of the first chicane.
Rear of Cutton's car's looking a little bit second-hand. A lot of scratches on that paintwork.
Yeah. Cutton's a good racer though, I would say.
I think everyone in this lobby is. I think we've got a good grid here. 14 drivers. Let's face it,
To be fair,
they're all better than us.
We do tend to get... I wouldn't go as far as to say they're better than us. I would say, oh, it was a lovely move from Cutton and Viper there. Just taking him on the inside. A bit further up with Anonymous coming up to the rear of Trigger. I can only assume Anonymous has made an error. Because I think Anonymous was in front of Trigger at one point.
Yeah, I think that was the case. I think Anonymous is going to have Trigger on the brakes. I think he's just a bit more confident with the car.
I think he's going to have to, yeah, right on the inside. It's a lovely move there. I think Anonymous is there. I'm going to go back on to Tykes. In 10th place. He seems to have lost a little bit of time. I don't think he's having a good race. Yeah. Oh, Cheater has pitted. Wow. He's currently in 7th. But I think Cheater is quite a way in front at the moment. Jump on board with Beard, still chasing the back of Loyal. Still separated by just over half a second. See if he can get anything close to him before they break into the first chicane. Ooh, he locks up, but he does close the gap. A little too far. He pushes Loyal wide. He does the good thing and waits for him though. I think if he'd have shoved his foot down there, Beard could have had him by a long shot. I think Beard's got him under braking though. Just can't get close enough to him. He has to hesitate a lot because I think Loyal's braking earlier than Beard. If he could just shove his car slightly sideways. What are they doing to the Ascari chicane?
The thing is because we've seen that the slipstream isn't very strong around Monza, it is either the chicanes or forcing someone into an error. That's the only way you're really going to get past.
Oh, as Loyal locks up in front. This could be Beard's chance if he gets a good run outside of Ascari. Oh, it's unfortunate. Oh, he's lost it. Oh, there's contact.
It's unfortunate. Luckily he's got a big gap back to third though, so it's not too much of an issue.
He's got away without damage. There's flames on the back of Nick. I think Nick's now got ahead of Flame for third. I think Beard got lucky there not to get any front damage. Watching on Masudo Flame as he chased on the rear of MWR Nick. Good old running from the pair of them at the moment. I think Beard's thrown himself into the pits, probably to have a good swear to himself. Who else we got in the pits? This is our closest battle at the moment, so I'll stick with this. It seems as though Nick's disappeared a little bit.
Definitely gained a little bit of a gap there. He's a little more comfortable in the car. Now he's got a bit of clean air, he's just going to try and get that gap.
a few laps in the last couple of days, I'll tell you that much. So Garmite, as we can see with his car, he's left it a bit bare. I'd imagine that'll be a lot different next week. Jump on board with Loyal, who's our leader by 13.5 seconds. See who we've got close together. Oh, here we go. Garmite and Throttle. Sorry, Cutler and Throttle, my mistake. Separated by 0.2 of a second, and it looks like Cutton's got a great drive coming out of the chicane. They come through the first of the Lesmos. The inner child in me wants to giggle every time.
I know exactly why.
Come through the second of the Lesmos. Heading towards Ascari. Can he get anywhere close to him under braking? I think Throttle seems a little bit uneasy on that car. As he blocks up, and there's a move there from Cutton. Bit of door rubbing. We don't. Oh, that was a bit of a silly move there.
That's put Throttle down 2 positions. But Viper can gain out of this now that Cutton's a bit compromised.
Hi Rizla, how are you, my friend? Good result from your boys so far. Cheetah, who is currently net 1. Cheetah's had a cracking race so far, his old Jono. Anonymous must have made an error again somewhere. Behind Tykesy now. Tisky. Right, help me out here, Joe. Is it Tysky or Tisky?
I'll say Tysky. Why do I have to help you pronounce everything? It's English and you can't pronounce it.
Yeah, but you're a university student. I'm a bum.
Yeah, I'm not doing English language, am I? I was rubbish at English.
But engineering still needs you to read.
Yeah, but mainly read numbers, and I'm good at reading numbers. Alright, let's try and look for some battles. I think the nearest we've got is OTR Anonymous and GTR Tysky.
Yeah, I'm just going to jump on now. Just seeing who we've got. Flames thrown in the pits. I think Cheetah's got this one by. This is currently 3 seconds ahead of Raven. I don't think anyone's going to get close to him in this race. I think the Italian is going to pick up the Monza win.
So it's almost meant to be, isn't it?
It is. I'm jumping on board with Anonymous again. Our sole OTR driver for this championship. Oh, as Tisky makes a mistake, OTR should be able to. Anonymous should be able to get the run on the outside. He got it done before Curva Grande.
There you go, you're learning the names now. Tisky could send it.
What can I say?
All decides against it though.
I think there's more money to be made on the traction out of the corner than there is sending it. He seems to have dropped back slightly. Beard's not exactly a mile away. Jump on board with Tysk, Steve, I don't know. Was Anonymous has got a bad entry into Ascari. Tisky's got the run. He's going to pull alongside. Unfortunately, Anonymous is going to have the inside line for the Parabolica. Slight door rub. Do love a bit of door rubbing. Beard's going to have the run coming out. Anonymous will have the inside line heading into the first chicane if they can not get the move done first. Who's going to be the bravest on the brakes here, Joe?
I think it was anonymous there.
Anonymous, yeah, but I think it's going to give Tisky the run. No, Anonymous put the car just in the right spot. Closing the gap again. Oh, that was a bit close. Kept it well together though, and it still gives Tisky the run. It's like puff of dirt.
Just that little mistake there from Tisky. It's given him quite a big gap to Anonymous now. He's got to try and work that gap back down again. But I think he's got the pace to do it.
Very quickly. It's like 12 and 13 are in the middle of a good battle, but I don't want to leave this one just yet because I do think he'll pull the gap back. If the gap remains, we'll go back onto Viper and throttle for 12 and 13. Tisky has a much better run again. Start pulling in that gap now. Slowly but surely.
He's got to reel him in quickly because he's only going to have one lap after this one.
Got a lap,
or two laps.
I'm going to jump back to the fight slightly further back. Masudo's pitted, I think. Masudo? No, I don't know who was pitting. Bloody game.
It's lying to you again.
It just does, doesn't it? Oh, Tisky's got closer. Got the same sort of gap he had. No, Anonymous will just get the traction out of the corner. So they've got a lap and 3/4. As Jono's on the second of the Lesmos already. It's just an imperious drive from Cheetah on this one. It's Raven. It's 4 seconds behind him. 10 seconds behind them is Loyal. Followed by Garmite, Anonymous, Tisky, Beard, Nick, Trigger, Cutton, Flame, Throttle, Viper and Laurie. Laurie missed quali and he just jumped into the race, so not surprised he's a little bit behind. This is still our closest battle on track though. Just think Anonymous is probably just going to do enough.
Yeah, I mean a 1.2 second gap. I think if Anonymous makes a mistake, maybe Tisky will be able to get it. But it's got to be a pretty big mistake.
I think it would have to be a mistake.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to make up that much time. He's quick, but he's not quite that quick.
I do like the look of the GTR cars though. They're all very uniform. It makes me smile on the inside.
It's making me smile on the outside. I'm loving the look of them.
I'm going to jump on board with Cheetah for a little while. Kind of feels bad not watching him for a lot of this race. But he's got a broken front windscreen. He's had contact somewhere.
Yeah, it must have been a fairly big hit as well to do that.
5-second advantage though. I'd be surprised if he's seen many cars in this race.
He's had a quite quiet one, hasn't he? Although he did have a bit of a spin.
I don't remember him having this. Did I miss that?
I think I might have been someone else. Ignore that.
I think Beard had one.
Yeah, that was it. Sorry, all the cars look the same. It's confused me.
Oh, here we go. They all look the same to me. Typical West Country approach.
Oh. Alright then.
Sorry, Joe. I couldn't avoid that, mate.
I know you couldn't.
So here we go. It's across the line for Cheetah with the win in race 1. So he will start 10th for the second race, followed very relatively closely by Raven, and then Loyal will come into 3rd place. 4th will be Garmite. 5th, Anonymous. He maintained a 2-second gap on Tiski. In 6th, Beard 7th, Nick in 8th, Trigger in 9th. It looks like Cutton's going to get reverse grid pole. 11th for Flame, 12th for Throttle, 13th for Viper, and then it looks like Laurie will come in 14th place. With his Dolcalax laxative sponsored car. In fact, if you read the side of it, Dolcalax laxative medicated suppository.
Very nice.
Yeah. Living the dream, eh, Laurie? Well, thanks very much for watching race 1. We're going to take a 5-minute break, and then race 2 will start. You'll have a couple of extra laps, and the top 10 will be reversed.